Hi, I'm Miriam, and this is my story. Please like and subscribe. I was born and brought up in London till I was 10. My dad's a doctor and mom's an artist. Both my parents loved me to bits, so much so that they decided to move to the countryside to ensure I grew up in a pollution-free, stress-free environment. And I wasn't complaining because I loved being close to nature. Also, I loved painting. Being around nature was a great inspiration. On my first day at my new home, I met a girl in the yard who looked my age. Her clothes were dirty and her hands were full of strawberries. She smiled when she saw me, stuffed the strawberries into her mouth, and held out her sticky hand. Hi, I'm Stacy. Are you new here? Yeah, we only just moved today. Do you see these horses? They're all mine. This one's Stella, he's James, this tiny one's Marco, and that brown one over there, he's Philip. Wow, aren't you scared of them? What? No, they're my friends. I'll show you. Actually, those horses were all ours, and Stacy was lying through her teeth. But I decided to play along. Stacy took out an apple from her pocket and went straight to the tiny horse. Oh, sorry. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. See, he loves eating from my hands. You know what? I can even talk to animals, and I understand what they're saying. Like the other day, Philip said he wanted to marry Stella. So I told Dad. Just then, our new housekeeper appeared.
Stacy, what are you doing here? Didn't I ask you to feed the hens?
He then turned to me.
Morning, Missy. Sir's looking for you.
Dad, you know her?
Of course. She's Miriam, Sir's daughter.
Stacy's face went a bit red because her lies had been caught, and she rushed off while I couldn't help laughing. I found her super interesting, and we soon became really good friends. We even went to the same school. I'd always been a bright student while Stacy sucked at studies, and she wore clothes that were very ungirly. Baggy pants and loose t-shirts, that's what made her the butt of jokes in school. A girl named Jennifer was particularly mean to her. One day, she stopped Stacy in the school corridor. You're the daughter of Miriam's housekeeper, right? So technically, you're her servant. I was not going to let anyone bully my BFF, not under my watch. We're closer than sisters, and she's my best friend. But what would you know? You don't have any. I guess it would be better to have no friends than to have one that looks like her. This made me so angry that I slapped Jennifer, and we broke into a huge fight. Stacy also jumped in, and by the time we got separated by teachers, Jennifer's hair looked like she'd gotten an electric shock. The three of us ended up in detention together, where Stacy went on her lying spree once again. You know, Miriam, when I was 5, I got lost in the woods for 4 days. I met an old woman there who taught me how to cast spells. I almost burst out laughing seeing the horrified look on Jennifer's face. When my dad found me, I was floating in the air. He almost died of a heart attack. Then when I came home, I cast a laughing spell on him, and he couldn't stop laughing for days. People thought he'd gone mad. Do you remember that spell? No, but I remember one that will make a person dance nonstop for days. Jennifer sat as still as a mouse after that, and we rushed out the second detention was over. We both laughed so hard, and we knew we'd made an enemy in school. That evening, I asked Mom if we could buy Stacy some new clothes. She immediately agreed, and we all went shopping. We got Stacy some nice dresses that made her look so nice and different. On our way back, Stacy couldn't stop thanking Mom. She told me although she had a few of her mom's dresses, she didn't wear them because she didn't want to get them dirty. Do you miss her a lot? Sometimes. I keep myself busy so that I don't miss her too much. I've taught myself lots of things because I've always been a genius. Like when I was 2, I could recite poems and write letters. I studied so hard that I became a master of algebra and psychogolly. You mean psychology? Yeah, that too. I laughed and hugged her tight. She was such a bluffer. I guess bluffing was her way of coping with the loneliness she struggled with since she was a baby. With her dad being busy with work all day, she literally had no one for company, except of course horses, cows, and hens. I was her first human friend ever. When I was in 10th grade, Stacy and I were discussing our science project in school when I accidentally bumped into someone in the hallway. As I looked up, I saw the most beautiful blue pair of eyes staring at me and annoying Jen. Hey, don't you have eyes? Or has your silly friend cast a spell on you that made you blind?
It's okay, Jen. She didn't kill me. Hey, I'm Chris.
He's my brother, and he's strictly off limits for weirdos like you.
Stop embarrassing me, Jen. I can